Welcome to our community, our club. I've had the privilege to sit down and talk with Mark from Fit Forces to talk about the foundation and what they do for the veterans. So Mark, could you tell us a little bit about your story of being in the armed forces?
I left school when I was 16, joined the junior leaders at the time, done a year's training just outside Newcastle. My first posting was Berlin, Germany. Stayed a couple of years there, went back to Edinburgh, went to Northern Ireland, America, Denmark, Italy, Kosovo, and yeah, it was great. I joined in 1991. I got medically discharged in 2005 due to an injury I had, and then subsequent cause of that injury in 2012 I actually lost my leg. So yeah, pretty much thought losing my leg was going to be my life over, but you know, a lot of things have happened since then.
How did you find it when you were in the army?
Don't get me wrong, it was hard, but at the same time, there's a lot of great times when we're in there. You get a lot of downtime. It's not as if you're getting boosted 24/7. You know, there's a lot of good times in it as well.
What memory would stick out to you? Good memory.
Meeting Prince Charles in Aberdeen for the first time in 1994, I think it was. There was a bicentennial parade with the Gordon Highlanders, my regiment. So yeah, that was probably one of the standout moments.
So you're involved in the setup for the Fit Forces Foundation. So can you tell us what that is and why it's important for the community?
At the time when we set it up 2.5 years ago, there wasn't that much for veterans. Me, myself, Blue, and Blue's wife Kelly got together, and we wanted to set this up because, like I said, there was nothing for veterans at the time, or very little, and we wanted to get the veterans back in the community again. Obviously we set it up, first session there was 7 people. We didn't think it was going to take off. 2.5 years later, we've now got nearly 55 people in the books. So yeah, it's going from strength to strength, which is amazing.
Yeah, sounds brilliant that. How do you feel being in the army has helped you as a person?
Being in the army, like I said to somebody earlier on, I was a bit of a rogue when I was younger. And there was 2 things I could have done, was join the army or I could probably land up in jail. So being in the army, it made me a better person, looked up to my elders a lot more. Yeah, that's pretty much the be all. Yeah, just made me a more better person basically.
But you have a lot of friends from being in the army as well.
Yeah, yeah, we do. Even though most of them are up in Scotland, we still keep in touch.
Yeah, that's good. So, us as the players of the club, we get involved for obviously the Remembrance Day with the fixtures and stuff. How does the support from the football club and across the country make you feel?
It's overwhelming actually. Obviously, the last Remembrance, I was fortunate to lay the wreath, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Even just walking round the side of the pitch and everybody clapping you, it was touching, it was moving, and it was great to see. And then again, when I laid the wreath, and then obviously walking back round, everybody clapping, it was phenomenal.
Are you a Donny fan? Celtic, Rangers?
Rangers.
Rangers, yeah.
We'll not go there.
Tell me about what it was like. Well, you basically burst out about laying the wreath.
Yeah,
it was a special moment, wasn't
it? It was a very special moment, not only for myself, but for the rest of the guys being there as well.
Yeah.
Never ever done anything like that before, and it was moving. It was great.
Yeah. You obviously do it again if the opportunity came up.
In a minute.
Yeah. In a minute. So, how was the work for the foundation? How was that done around the Fit Forces project? Helped you as a veteran? So, what has that done for you?
If it wasn't for the foundation, probably Fit Forces wouldn't be where they are.
Yeah.
They've done amazing work and a lot of support for the veterans, which is great. And it's, you know, a couple of the guys said to me this morning, Mark, thanks for setting it up. If it wasn't for you guys, don't know where we would be, obviously, today. I'm going through a lot of personal stuff, just like a lot of the guys are going through a lot of personal stuff. So being able to come to, obviously, the foundation on a Saturday morning is brilliant.
So what type of stuff do you do at the foundation with everyone? So
we'll meet up 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. We'll have a brew, a chat, take the mick out of each other. Some of the guys are going to the gym, or other guys will go for a walk round the lakeside.
Yeah.
Those that are not able to do it, the elderly ones and myself, we'll just sit and have a chat, discuss personal problems, which is great because obviously years ago I was a typical man, kept everything bottled up. With a group, we can talk about anything. Good, bad, or whatever. We can just share our problems, get it out there.
Yeah, so it's good to just be able to get people out of the house.
That's it.
To be able to do stuff, and obviously even just to be with people who have experienced the same.
That's it, exactly.
Type of things, going through the same problems.
Yeah, I mean, again, not just talking about personal problems stuff. You can reminisce about things that have happened 15, 20 years ago. And it's like when I meet some of the guys from up in Scotland, as if we start talking as if we met each other yesterday.
Yeah.
It's just that camaraderie there that is second to none.
So what would you like to see moving forward with maybe the foundation or yourself?
Just keep going the way we're going. Getting the message out there, getting the help and support that some of the guys need. And just continue growing and growing. We never ever thought that we would see the amount of people that we're seeing through the doors at the minute, which is phenomenal. So we just want to keep on growing and growing.
That's good. It's brilliant.
So have you had any family members that have been in the armed forces?
Yeah, so I had my granddad was. Obviously, this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We've not really had much of a conversation about it.
Seems to be the thing, don't it?
Yeah, you don't really speak about it, but he doesn't really mention it much either. He never likes to mention it. I think my grandma's mentioned it a few times, like saying that he's lived in so many different countries and been all over the place, travelling and stuff like that. And yeah, obviously mentioned that, but I haven't really had that type of conversation with him about it.
Well, what's it like being involved in the Remembrance Day fixtures each season?
Yeah, it's really good. Obviously, it's good to be able to see everyone like yourselves and to be at the game, and it's always obviously a good turnout, and it's nice to be able to obviously pay respects to everyone, and yeah, it's always a special occasion. Obviously, a lot of the time you're always wearing a nice shirt or something that shows respect, and but like I said, it's a big day for yourselves, and it's nice to be able to pay respects.
Brilliant. Why do you think it's important for the football club to support our veterans?
I think it's massive. Like you said, there's a lot of people need that support, and it's something that, well, as football, it's not something that we really think about, obviously, stuff like that, but a lot of stuff, people need that sort of help, and like you said, when you started it, you only had a few veterans at the time, and to be able to have over 50 veterans being in the foundation is obviously huge, and I think it's obviously credit to what you've been doing and what you've been able to do, and anything that the club can do to help support that. I think they need to be able to do that, and obviously if we can help in any way to get more and more veterans through the door, then I think that'd be a huge thing. And
brilliant.
So yeah.
Well, thanks for your time, Luke.
Yeah, brilliant. Nice to meet you.